Hello, hi, what it is. Okay, so it's my first ever video, and I just want to talk about something really quick that I realized while listening to an album called BlurryFace by a big known band named 21 Pilots. So, if you've ever heard BlurryFace, the full album, whatsoever, or at least heard Stressed Out, and you know it's from 21 Pilots, and you know the album is BlurryFace, this might be of some concern or not. It's just an observation that I think I made, and I know a few other people made, and I just want to put this out there because, I don't know, it might be true, it might not. But before that, disclaimer, I am part of the fandom. I do understand everything that goes on in the TOP fandom, and I understand that it's TOP with a line through the O, and if you don't have that, you're not a true 21 Pilots fan. Unfortunately, I can't do that on my phone though, because my phone sucks and it does not let me do that line through the O. I don't know why, but in spirit, it is there. So, anyways, I also wanted to make a disclaimer that this is just an opinion that I think others have voiced out, and I think I saw it once on Tumblr, but this is what I think, and I don't know if it's completely true. I don't know if what I'm about to say is all facts or not, and I don't know if it is about these songs. Okay, so let's continue. So while listening to BlurryFace, I came across a lyric that I think is very much taken for granted in a little song called Lame Boy. Now, if you look at the lyrics for Lame Boy, it says in a part that he's just like, okay, I'm not singing this through, but it's just like, saying you're lame boy, and he's talking about how, they tell him that it's a highway, and then it's just like, if it was our way, I'd have a tempo change every other time change, because our minds change on what we think is good. I wasn't raised in the hood, but I know a thing or two about pain and darkness, and then he goes on saying, but I know a thing or two about pain and darkness, honest, it wasn't, for this music, I don't know how I would have thought this, regardless. All these songs I'm hearing us are heartless, a trust for person, and a trust song is flawless. And then he goes on saying, so he goes on to say this line, I don't know how exactly it goes, hold on. There's a few songs on this record that feel common. There's a few songs on this record that feel common. I'm in constant confrontation with what I want and what is popping in the industry. It seems to me that music on the radio is currency. My creativity is only limited when I'm playing, unless I'm playing shows. Something like that, right? Right. So he's basically saying right here that there's a few songs on this record that feel common. And when I was thinking, I'm just like, then he's in constant confrontation with, what is popping in the industry, what's on the radio, and how music is becoming a way of money, because you have the most popular songs that make the most money because they're the most downloaded. And I was thinking, Stressed Out, because everybody is claiming my name's BlurryFace and I care what you think, and everybody is putting that as their quote, as their Instagram bio thing, as their Tumblr quote of the day, or whatever the hell. Everybody is putting that on Twitter. Everybody is like trending that shit, and it feels common. And then the song that I was thinking of was Tear in My Heart, because I'm starting to realize that so many Viners are using that song to make stupid vines. I saw like 5 vines using Tear in My Heart. The part was saying, you fell asleep in my car. The driving, part where he's like, you fell asleep in my car. And I was just like, whoa. There are some songs on the record that do feel common. And those were 2 that I definitely took note of. But I don't know if it's really those 2. I know Stressed Out for sure is one of them. It has to be one of them. There's so many vines, so many Musical.ly app, videos made by just that one song. So many quotes, so many edits for Stressed Out, because everybody loves that one song. So I kind of took note of that, and I was just like, that's so interesting. And then in the beginning of the song, he's instantaneously also saying that he's saying you're lame boy. He keeps repeating that line. They say stay in your lane boy. They think this thing is a highway. So I don't know who the hell is trying to stay in his lane, but it's all talking about how in the industry it seems to me that music is currency. So now that he's part of the bigger industry, maybe his management, maybe people around him are telling him to stay in his lane, and that the music that he's making right now, that's good enough as it is, and that, you know, it's currency now. That's how he will make his money, and that he needs to stay to that. But he keeps trying to rebel, saying, but we go where we want to. He knows what his plan is. He knows what he wants to do. But they keep telling him to stay in his lane. And they keep telling him that fame and success. It's just like, it's one of the two, or it's both of them, but you have to stay in your lane, kind of thing, you know? And I think the video kind of describes it if you've ever watched a video for Lane Boy. And I think this song is so, like, not really recognized, but I think it has so much to talk about. And I think in the song, Tyler's trying to say that they're trying to push him back and try to hold him down to what he's already been doing, and they want to limit him to that. And Tyler's the lead singer, so he's like the one who started this whole thing. And he's saying that. And then, you know, I think that that's very true, because now everybody wants a piece of 21 Pilots. Everybody thinks that they, you know 21 Pilots and stuff. And I think it's also kind of a way to tell the fans that you know, because I've met some fans and I've kind of seen the fans that hate on the new fans, because they're just like, oh, well, you're just here because of BlurryFace. You weren't there around for this and that. Like, he's saying, in a sense, I think, or I'm looking too deep at it, but he's saying that, you know, people are telling him to stay in his lane, but they go where they want to. You know, stay in your lane. Stay in, like, small venues. Only your closest fans, you know, that were there from the start. Don't move forward. You know, stay where you're at. Don't try to, you know, become something bigger and stuff. But it's happening, and he knows where he's going, and he knows what he wants to do, but he keeps being told, yo, hold back. And there is also the part where he says that, you know, he knows a thing or two about pain and darkness, but I think it's focusing more on BlurryFace, the character that he created. But I definitely took note of that, and I definitely took note that in, you know, Lane Boy, there was so much self-explanation for what's going on right now in his career, and how they're becoming bigger, and how that's making, you know, a transition, and how now he's feeling limited. Because he's saying that he only feels free when he's, you know, live. And he says that in the song. He's like, my creativity is limited unless I'm playing shows. So at shows, creativity is endless, and you can speak to the fans and you can tell them what you want them to hear because it's coming from you. But on the album and in music and in the studio, you're controlled by your management. You're controlled by the people who brought you out and stuff, and they're kind of telling you what you can and can't put on certain, you know, display. So I think it's very much a realization that this is a new era for them, and that they're going to try to fight, you know, everything that people are trying to make them do, but who really knows if they're going to be able to overcome it, you know? And I think it's also a realization that this is not just for them, but for every other artist who's had to deal with things like this. There are those songs on the record that do feel common. There is lack of creativity being put into studio time because creativity is like stopped because it's not your image and that's not your lane. And I just wanted to put that out there. This is my first ever video. Excuse the noises in the background. Excuse everything else that isn't what I'm talking about. And I hope you watch another video. Thank you. Bye.